DePaul University is a private university in Chicago, Illinois. Founded by the Vincentians in 1898, the university takes its name from the 17th-century French priest Saint Vincent de Paul. In 1998, it became the largest Catholic university by enrollment in the United States. Following in the footsteps of its founders, DePaul places special emphasis on recruiting first-generation students and others from disadvantaged backgrounds. DePaul's two main campuses are located in Lincoln Park and the Loop. The Lincoln Park campus is home to the colleges of liberal arts and social sciences, science and health, and education. It also houses the School of Music, the Theatre School, and the John T. Richardson Library. The Loop campus houses the colleges of Communication, Computing and Digital Media, and Law. It is also home to the Kellstadt Graduate School of Business, which is part of the nationally ranked Driehaus College of Business, the 10th oldest business school in the nation. The university enrolls around 16,420 undergraduate and about 8,000 graduate law students, making DePaul one of the 11 largest private universities by enrollment in the United States, and the largest private university in Illinois. The student body represents a wide array of religious, ethnic, and geographic backgrounds, including over 60 foreign countries. DePaul's intercollegiate athletic teams, known as the Blue Demons, compete in the Big East Conference. DePaul's men's basketball team has made 18 NCAA tournament appearances and appeared in 2 Final Fours. History. Originally named Saint Vincent's College, DePaul University was founded in 1898 by the Congregation of the Mission Priests and Brothers, known as the Vincentians. Followers of 17th-century French priest Saint Vincent de Paul, they founded the university to serve Roman Catholic children of immigrants. Student enrollment grew from 70 in 1898 to 200 in 1903 in what is now the Lincoln Park neighborhood of Chicago. In that year, James Quigley, Archbishop of Chicago, announced plans to create a preparatory seminary, now Archbishop Quigley Preparatory Seminary, for the Archdiocese and allow the Jesuit St. Ignatius College, now Loyola University Chicago, to move its collegiate programs to the north side, threatening St. Vincent College's survival. In response, the Vincentians rechartered in 1907 as DePaul University, expressly offering all of its courses of study to men and women of any religious background. DePaul began admitting women in 1911 and awarded degrees to its first female graduates in 1912. It was one of the first Catholic universities to admit female students in a co-educational setting. In 1912, DePaul established the School of Music and the College of Commerce, the latter becoming one of the oldest business schools in the nation. In 1914, the college began offering courses in Chicago's Loop, the precursor of DePaul's second primary campus. In 1915, the Illinois College of Law completed its affiliation with the university and became the DePaul University College of Law. Enrollment totaled more than 1,100. With the entry of the United States into World War I in 1918, DePaul formed a unit of the U.S. Army Reserve Officer Training Corps and converted its college theater into Army barracks. Although finances were rocky, the university continued to grow and build in the 1920s. In 1926, the university was first accredited by the North Central Association of Colleges and Universities. When DePaul unregistered trademark S first sports teams were formed in the early 1900s, the monogram D was selected for the uniforms. From this originated the nickname D-Men, which evolved into Demons. The color blue, which signifies loyalty and was chosen in 1901 by a vote of the student body, was added to the name to create the Blue Demons. By 1930 more than 5,000 students were enrolled in 8 colleges and schools on 2 campuses. The Great Depression led to fluctuations in enrollment and tuition as well as cutbacks, including elimination of the football team in 1939. In 1938, the Department of Elementary Education was established, reportedly the only one in the Midwest and one of 6 in the United States. DePaul mobilized for World War II, offering its facilities for war training and free courses to train people for industry work. The GI Bill, which paid the tuition of veterans enrolled in college, turned the financial tide for DePaul. Enrollment in 1945 skyrocketed to 8,857 students, twice as many as the previous year, and totaled more than 11,000 in 1948. Although a consulting firm recommended relocating from its deteriorating Lincoln Park neighborhood to the suburbs, trustees voted to remain and support revitalization of the neighborhood. In 1942, DePaul named Ray Mayer as head basketball coach. Mayer coached for DePaul until he retired in 1984, leading the 1945 team to the championship of the National Invitation Tournament and earning numerous honors, including election to the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 1979, the fourth active coach to be so honored. In 1954, DePaul adopted its current armorial seal with coat of arms and motto, Viam Sapientiae Monstrabo Tibi. In 1955, the Frank J. Lewis Foundation donated the 18-story Kimball Building, rechristened the Lewis Center, at 25 East Jackson Boulevard, to the university. The building, still used today, was the hub of the Loop campus until 1993, when the DePaul Center opened at 1 East Jackson Boulevard. In 1972, DePaul created the School for New Learning, one of the first colleges in the nation dedicated to serving adult students. In 1976 and 1977, the university acquired the land and buildings of the McCormick Theological Seminary, which increased its presence in Lincoln Park. In 1978, DePaul acquired the 47-year-old Goodman School of Drama from the Goodman Theater and transformed it into the theater school. Following renovations in the 1980s and expansion of academic programs to promote research and social engagement, the university launched a 6-year strategic plan in 1989. The plan included raising the national profile, expanding enrollment from 13,500 to 18,500 and completing an extensive building campaign at the Loop and Lincoln Park campuses. Major construction included renovation of the DePaul Center in 1993 and acquisition of the Blackstone Theater, rechristened the Merle Reskin, in 1992. At Lincoln Park, projects included the John T. Richardson Library, completed in 1992, several new residence halls and the Quadrangle. In 1994 enrollment was 16,700. Under the next 6-year strategic plan, the university expanded enrollment to 23,000 students, reclaiming its status as the nationally Euro-unregistered trademark's largest Catholic university while maintaining admission standards, increasing diversity and maintaining access for first-generation college students and those from low-income circumstances. Additional new facilities included the William G. McGowan Biological and Environmental Sciences Center in 1999, the Ray Mayer Fitness and Recreation Center in 1999, the Student Center in 2001 and the Sullivan Athletic Center in 2000, and the Monsignor Andrew J. McGowan Environmental Science and Chemistry Building in 2009. A privately owned and operated building, 1237 West, was built one block off campus as a student apartment community for over 580 DePaul University students with retail businesses on the first floor. DePaul was one of 7 finalists for a Euro-OE College of the Year Euro honors given by Time magazine and the Princeton Review in 1998. DePaul got the #1 ranking for Great College Town by the Princeton Review in 2008. DePaul entered into a merger with Barat College in 2001, from which it withdrew in 2005 after continued low enrollment and rising maintenance costs made the campus unviable. The former Barat College had its final graduation on June 11, 2005 and was closed as of June 30, 2005. It sold the grounds of the 147-year-old college to a condominium developer Barat Woods LLC, who pledged to maintain the historic Old Main Building, yet demolished the Thabor Wing with its Italianate-style Sacred Heart Chapel. The remaining students, tenured and tenure-track faculty and some staff were absorbed into DePaul's other campuses. Barat Woods LLC went into foreclosure and the property was auctioned and the lender, Harris Bank, won. The former Barat College campus was donated by an anonymous donor to Woodlands Academy of the Sacred Heart. Controversies. In 1967, the Black Student Union was formed. In 1969, While in ongoing negotiations with DePaul administrators, members of the group occupied a campus building for 2 days and led several related rallies. The actions helped bring concerns of black students, and later those of Latino, Muslim and other student groups, to the fore. The university now sponsors a wide range of student organizations, including BSU, the DePaul Conservative Alliance, DePaul Irish Society, the DePaul Alliance for Latino Empowerment, United Muslims Moving Ahead, Hillel, the Asian Cultural Exchange, the African Student Organization, the Hellenic American Student Association and the Activist Student Union. In 2005, the university limited flyers protesting a visit of War Churchill, which included the term hate-monger, declaring them propaganda. A bomb threat prompted the university to limit attendance at the event. On May 24, 2006, the university sponsored a forum on free speech for students, faculty and interested community members, which featured Randall Kennedy of Harvard Law School and Anne Frank of United Educators in Washington, D.C., and included a discussion between the speakers and members of the audience. In June 2007, Norman Finkelstein, an outspoken political science professor, was denied tenure. This followed a highly public and rancorous evaluation process in which an opponent of Finkelstein, Alan Dershowitz, took the highly unorthodox step of sending unsolicited letters and dossiers to Finkelstein's peers at DePaul urging them to deny him tenure. DePaul's president, Reverend Dennis Holtschneider, denies that the outside pressure affected the university's position, saying this attention was unwelcome and inappropriate and had no impact on either the process or the outcome of this case. Finkelstein's supporters claim he was denied tenure due to his writings on the Holocaust and on the state of the Palestinians under Israeli occupation. Detractors such as Dershowitz challenged Finkelstein's research methods and confrontational approach. On September 5, 2007, Finkelstein resigned after he and the university reached a settlement. They released a joint statement. In June 2009, the university removed the dean of the College of Law, Glenn Isenberger. The recommendation to remove Dean Isenberger was made by DePaul's provost, Helmut Epp, who stated in an email to College of Law faculty and staff that the working relationship between the dean and the administration had deteriorated to the point where it had become difficult to accomplish the collegia unregistered trademark work. 2 days previous, Isenberger had reported to the American Bar Association that DePaul's administration had failed to redistribute law school tuition income appropriately, in violation of express agreements between the College of Law and the university administration. Isenberger's termination caused some DePaul faculty and students, as well as several independent observers in the law school community, to speculate that Isenberger's unexpected removal was directly related to his report to the ABA. The law school faculty apprised the ABA of irregularities in the removal of Dean Isenberger and the appointment of an interim dean, but the ABA did not find any violations that would warrant the rescission of the school's accreditation. Campuses. DePaul's 2 primary campuses are in the Lincoln Park neighborhood of Chicago and in the downtown Loop area. The university has suburban campuses in Naperville, Oak Forest and O'Hare. Lincoln Park Campus. DePaul's Lincoln Park campus is the oldest and largest of the university's 5 campuses. Located on 36 acres in Chicago's historic Lincoln Park neighborhood, this campus offers a traditional university environment. Approximately 2,400 students live on campus in DePaul's 12 residence halls. The Lincoln Park campus is home to the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences, the Theatre School, the School of Music, the College of Education, the College of Science and Health, and the John T. Richardson Library. Opened in 1992, the library features study and small group spaces, an automated reference center, and a high-tech resource center for career development. In September 2013, DePaul opened its new theater school building, which includes the Fullerton Stage, a 250-seat thrust theater, as well as the Sondra and Dennis Healy Theater, a 100-seat flexible theater on the 4th floor. The building was designed by Pelly Clark Pelly. In fall 2011, DePaul opened the 4-story Arts and Letters Hall, which earned a Gold LEED certification from the U.S. Green Building Council. The three-level Student Center, which opened in 2002, houses student services, dining facilities, the St. Louis de Marillac Chapel, a cyber cafe, a PNC bank and offices for organizations ranging from special interest clubs to the Center for Intercultural Programs. Other recent additions include the Sullivan Athletic Center, containing McGraw-Phillips Arena, and the Ray Mayer Fitness and Recreation Center. The Monsignor Andrew J. McGowan Environmental Science and Chemistry Building is a new four-story building completed in January 2009. It is connected to the William G. McGowan Biological and Environmental Sciences Center. The Lincoln Park campus also contains the remnants of the former McCormick Theological Seminary. These buildings are located east of the elevated tracks. This expansion was completed in the 1970s when McCormick moved its campus to the Hyde Park neighborhood. The McCormick row houses along the south side of Fullerton Avenue east of the elevated station, though now privately owned, were originally constructed for the seminary. Also, until its destruction in 2006, the Gothic architecture Hayes Healy Athletic Center adjacent to the CTA Fullerton L station was also part of the seminary campus. The gymnasium was demolished as part of the renovation expansion of the Fullerton L stop, despite being on the National Register of Historic Places. Loop Campus DePaul's Loop Campus is located in downtown Chicago's Loop along Jackson Boulevard from State Street to Michigan Avenue. It is close to the Stock Exchanges, Financial District, and the Art Institute of Chicago. The DePaul Center, an 11-story building fully renovated in 1993 to include modern classrooms, high-tech student services and a business library, is located in the building that formerly housed the A.M. Rothschild & Company store and the Goldblatt's department store. It is home to the College of Commerce. In November 2000, the Urban Land Institute presented DPC with its Award for Excellence for Rehabilitation. The College of Law is based in the Lewis Center and O'Malley Place at the southwest corner of Wabash and Jackson. Kitty Corner across the street is the College of Computing and Digital Media. In 2008, DePaul purchased the 18-story 14 East Jackson Boulevard building at State and Jackson, formerly the Litton Building, across the street from the DePaul Center. The College of Communication, the School for New Learning and the School of Public Service were the first academic tenants of 14 East Jackson Boulevard, now the Richard M. and Maggie C. Daley Building. DePaul partnered with Roosevelt University and Columbia College Chicago to build the University Center of Chicago, an 18-story residence hall 2 blocks south of DPC housing 1,700 students, which opened in 2004 at the intersection of State and Congress Streets. Robert Morris University later joined and also houses students in the University Center of Chicago. Suburban campuses DePaul has suburban campuses in O'Hare, Oak Forest and Naperville. The 3 suburban campuses primarily serve part-time professional students completing undergraduate and graduate degrees. Academics. DePaul University is a not-for-profit university. For 2011 and 2012, U.S. News & World Report ranked DePaul in the top tier of national colleges and universities. U.S. News & World Report has twice ranked DePaul undergraduate students number 1 in the USA in terms of satisfaction with their college experience. The university's doctoral programs were ranked number 1 in the USA for small university research programs in the Faculty Scholarly Productivity Index for 2005, produced by the State University of New York at Stony Brook. DePaul emphasizes a primary focus on pedagogy and has been recognized for excellence in experiential and service-based learning. Since 2004, U.S. News & World Report has recognized DePaul as one of the top schools in the nation for service learning in which community-based volunteer work is utilized as an instructional strategy. The 2005 guidebook Colleges with a Conscience, 81 Great Schools with Outstanding Community Involvement provides a description of outreach activity undertaken by the university. The university has a strong emphasis on recruiting first-generation university students and those from disadvantaged backgrounds while striving for academic rigor. The Princeton Review, in its 2007 survey of the best colleges and universities in the United States, ranked DePaul number 1 in the nation in the diverse student population category. CIO Magazine, a leading journal for the information technology industry, named DePaul to its list of the nation's 100 most innovative organizations in information technology. DePaul was recognized for its creation and implementation of a series of online tools that help students better navigate their academic careers. DePaul University has 10 colleges and schools. It operates on a quarter system. The exception is the College of Law, which is on a semester system. Driehaus College of Business. DePaul's College of Commerce opened on January 11, 1913. It was officially renamed the Driehaus College of Business on September 19, 2012, 7 months after receiving from alumnus Richard H. Driehaus a $30 million gift, which was the largest in the university's history. The college is located downtown in the Chicago Loop at 1 East Jackson Boulevard and is one of the 10 oldest business schools in the U.S. It includes the Kellstadt Graduate School of Business. The full-time faculty of the college consists of approximately 130 members. In 2009, Princeton Review ranked the College of Commerce's entrepreneurship program number 3 in the U.S. among graduate programs and number 8 among undergraduate programs. Entrepreneur magazine has consistently ranked DePaul's entrepreneurship program one of the best in the U.S. In 2007, Fortune Small Business magazine named DePaul's undergraduate program one of the 25 best in the nation for entrepreneurs and its graduate program one of the top 10 MBA programs with an entrepreneurial flair. DePaul a unregistered trademark S part-time MBA program at the Kellstadt Graduate School of Business has been ranked in the top 10 nationally 14 times by U.S. News & World Report. Renowned professors include behavioral finance pioneer Werner de Bunt, the Richard H. Driehaus Professor of Behavioral Finance, James Schilling, the Michael J. Horn Professor of Real Estate, and Harold P. Well, the Coleman Professor of Entrepreneurship. In 2010, the undergraduate program in DePaul University's College of Business was named one of Businessweek's best return on investments for private schools. The undergrad program was ranked 40th overall, making it the second highest-ranked business school in Illinois. College of Communication. The DePaul College of Communication enrolls more than 1,100 students pursuing professional or traditional academic courses of study in journalism, public relations and advertising, media studies, radio, television, film, digital media, health, relational, group and organizational communication, and culture and communication. Coursework in the college's graduate and undergraduate degree programs is supplemented by a range of comprehensive pre-employment training opportunities, including Radio DePaul, the DePaulia, and a top-rated internship program. College of Law. The DePaul University College of Law, located in the Loop at 25 East Jackson Boulevard, is known for its intellectual property and health law programs, which have both garnered top 10 placements in the U.S. News & World Report rankings in recent years. Notable faculty include M. Cherif Bashani, who was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize in 1999 for his work on behalf of the International Criminal Court, Alberto Cole, former United States Assistant Secretary of Defense under George H. W. Bush, and Andrea Lyon, Director of the Center for Justice in Capital Cases. College of Computing and Digital Media. The DePaul University College of Computing and Digital Media is also located in the Loop and includes the largest graduate program in the United States. CDM is organized into 2 schools, the School of Cinema and Interactive Media and the School of Computing. At the 2006 ACM International Collegiate Programming Contest, in which over 5,600 teams representing 1,733 universities from 84 countries competed, DePaul placed 29th, one of 3 U.S. universities in the top 30. CDM is a recognized national leader in computer network security and information assurance education, according to a designation bestowed by the National Security Agency and the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. DePaul was named as a National Center of Academic Excellence in Information Assurance by the 2 agencies in early 2005. CDM was one of only 6 schools nationwide selected by Sony Pictures ImageWorks to take part in the inaugural ImageWorks Professional Academic Excellence Program. The program is a collaboration to educate faculty and structure curricula in an effort to develop future artists, designers, animators and engineers who will help the visual effects industry to grow. DePaul's digital cinema program, one of the first of its kind in the nation, combines the artistic principles of film school programs with the technology expertise of digital graphics, visual effects and digital storytelling. In 2005 DePaul became the first liberal arts university in the U.S. to offer a bachelor's degree in computer games development, and in 2008 named Eugene Jarvis their first game designer in residence. In 2011, DePaul became the first university in the Midwest to offer an MFA screenwriting and an MFA animation. College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences. The College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences is DePaul's largest college and is located primarily in the Lincoln Park campus, which occupies 36 acres in Chicago's Lincoln Park community. Notable college faculty members include Amina McLeod, Director of the Islamic World Studies Program; Joseph Schweier-Terman, Director of the Chadwick Institute for Metropolitan Development. The philosophy department is also noted as a first-rate program in 20th-century continental philosophy, particularly at the graduate level. According to the Hartman Report, the department includes major Heidegger translators David Farrell Krell and William McNeill, and feminist theorist Tina Chanter. The Graduate School of Public Service, located in the Loop campus, educates non-profit and government professionals, includes an interdisciplinary faculty, and offers a number of international programs. It is the largest program of its type in the Midwest. The English department offers the Oliver Prize to distinguished writers semi-annually to recognize significant accomplishments in literature. School for New Learning. The School for New Learning, created in 1972, was one of the first university-wide efforts in the United States to serve adult students through a separate college. Students partner with faculty and professional mentors to create a unique curriculum for earning an undergraduate or graduate degree and can earn college credit for knowledge gained through life experiences by demonstrating competence in various areas. SNL was named one of 6 best practice institutions in North America by the Council for Adult and Experiential Learning, an international non-profit organization which advocates for adult learning. The Houston-based American Productivity and Quality Center has touted SNL for its individualized education of adult students. Associate Professor Miriam Ben-Youssef was named the 2006 Illinois Professor of the Year by the Carnegie Foundation for the Advancement of Teaching and the Council for Advancement and Support of Education. The Chronic Illness Initiative in DePaul School for New Learning was named one of the 30 Smart Business Ideas in Higher Education by University Business magazine in its December 2007 issue. All Hallows College in Dublin, Ireland, modelled their program for adult learners after the School for New Learning. College of Education. The College of Education is recognized for teaching students to be effective in multicultural urban environments. It is engaged in partnerships with more than 150 Chicago area schools, including the Chicago Public Schools, parochial and private institutions. DePaul's education program was among the first to become accredited by the National Council for Accreditation of Teacher Education in 1965 and remains accredited today. The school offers undergraduate and graduate degree programs in early childhood, elementary and secondary education and physical education. Bilingual bicultural education. Social and cultural foundations in education. Curriculum studies. Educational leadership. Human services and counseling. And a program in language, literacy and specialized instruction. Many of the school's graduates go on to teach in the Chicago Public Schools, private Catholic schools in the city of Chicago, and public and private schools throughout the metropolitan area. School of Music. DePaul's School of Music has more than 24 members of the Chicago Symphony Orchestra and the Lyric Opera of Chicago as faculty. The School of Music was named as one of the schools that rock in the 2005 Rolling Stone guidebook that evaluated collegiate music schools nationally. In 2007, Fortune Small Business recognized its Performing Arts Management major as one of the 24 best cross-discipline programs for entrepreneurs. In addition to degrees in jazz and concert performance, music composition, music education and jazz studies, DePaul has programs in sound recording technology and performing arts management. The Theatre School. DePaul's Theatre School was founded as the Goodman School of Drama in 1925 and is the Midwest's oldest theatre training conservatory. In 2013, it moved into a custom-designed 5-story building includes 2 theatre spaces the 250-seat Thrust Fullerton stage and the 100-seat Black Box Sondra and Dennis Healy Theatre in addition to classrooms, acting labs, scene shop, costume shop, makeup, paint, lighting laboratories and new media workshops. The building, designed by Pelly Clark Pelly, has many transparent walls, allowing passers-by to see faculty and students at work. In 2006, the school's array of theatrical productions, playwriting festivals, guest lecture series and scholarship availability are featured in the book Creative Colleges, written by Elena Loveland. In January 2003, the Education Life section of the New York Times listed DePaul's Theatre School among 9 schools most mentioned by casting directors and theatrical agents for program quality. It was the first in the USA to offer an undergraduate degree in dramaturgy and dramatic criticism. As part of a learning by doing philosophy, the school presents more than 40 productions each season in a variety of venues. 10 productions are offered to the public each season as part of the Theatre School Showcase, Chicago Playworks, New Directors Series, or New Playwright Series. Theatre students are involved in all aspects of the productions. College of Science and Health. The College of Science and Health was established in 2011 to develop future scientists, engineers, mathematicians, clinicians, researchers and health professionals to meet the demands of the growing fields of science and health. CSH offers multiple undergraduate majors and graduate programs in the areas of biology, chemistry, environmental science, mathematics, nursing, physics and psychology. Courses are primarily offered on the Lincoln Park campus. Notable professors include psychology professor Leonard A. Jason. The Community and Clinical Community Psychology programs won the Award for Excellence in Education programs from the Society for Community Research and Action. DePaul's program was the first recipient of the award, given for the first time in 2007. Continuing and Professional Education. DePaul's Continuing and Professional Education Division provides non-degree-based professional development and adult education courses to individuals and to groups of employees at companies, organizations and governmental agencies. Courses range from 3-hour seminars to 180-hour certificate programs and are offered online, on DePaul's 6 campuses, and at company sites. Courses and certificates in 20 different topic areas are available, including financial planning, human resources and training, management, marketing, communications and paralegal studies. DePaul CAPE, a separate unit within DePaul, draws on university faculty and professionals from Chicago organizations to teach its courses. Student life, athletics. DePaul competes in NCAA Division I and is a member of the Big East Conference. The school mascot is the Blue Demons. The school is well known for its men's basketball program which gained prominence under Ray Mayer who led the team to the NCAA Division I basketball Final Four in the 1978–1979 season. DePaul also made it to the Final Four in 1943. The school's only national championship came in 1945 after winning the National Invitation Tournament. DePaul has been to the NCAA tournament 22 times and NIT tournament 16 times. The team has played at the All-State Arena since 1980. DePaul's mascot is DIBS which stands for Demon in a Blue Suit. DIBS is present at every Blue Demons basketball game and makes frequent appearances at DePaul's Lincoln Park campus and charity appearances around the Chicago metropolitan area. In 2013, plans for DePaul unregistered trademark S10,000 seat near Southside Arena was announced with plans to begin construction in 2014. The stadium is expected to be in use by the beginning of the 2016 to 2017 season. See McCormick Place Event Center. DePaul University fight song, We Will Gather, 'Neath the Banner, 'Neath the Scarlet and the Blue. While in song we sing your praises, praises for old DePaul you let the battle wage and threaten, yours the victory to claim. While we fight beneath your standard, proud, exulting in your name. Da Euro A Euro Ma Euro O Euro Na Euro S, Greek life, nearly 1,100 members, 26 chapters total and 11 philanthropy-based groups make up the community. There are 9 male fraternities, 16 female sororities, and 1 co-educational organization. The largest fraternity on campus, Phi Kappa Psi, has 75 members and the largest sorority, Alpha Omicron Pi, has 110 members. 11 organizations are identified as being culturally based, 6 organizations are Latino interest-based, 4 organizations are historically Black Greek letter organizations, and 2 are Asian interest-based. 8% of full-time enrolled DePaul undergrads are in a fraternity or sorority. There are no traditional fraternity or sorority houses at DePaul. Fraternities and sororities are listed in random order. Interfraternity Council, Multicultural Greek Council, Panhellenic Council. Notable alumni. Business leaders, Richard Driehaus, CEO, Driehaus Capital Management. David J. Contis, President and Senior EVP, Simon Mulls. Simon Property Group, Jack Greenberg, former CEO, McDonald's Corporation. James M. Jennis, former CEO, Kellogg Company. Philip Kotler, Northwestern University. S.C. Johnson & Son Professor in International Marketing, known as the father of modern marketing. Frank Recchia, VP Finance, McGraw-Hill Higher Education. Curtis J. Crawford, CEO, ex-CEO, Incorporated. Edward J. Joyce, President and COO, Chicago Board Options Exchange. Greg Silich, entrepreneur, former Leo Burnett CFO. Laura Thrall, President and Chief Executive Officer, United Way of Metropolitan Chicago, Incorporated. Bertram L. Scott, President, U.S. Commercial, Cigna. Peggy Troy, President and CEO, Childrena Euro Unregistered Trademark S Hospital and Health System. Frank M. Clark, Chairman and CEO, CUMD. Jeffrey S. Aronin, President and CEO, Ovation Pharmaceuticals. Brooks Boyer, Senior Vice President, Marketing, Chicago White Sox. Letitia Peralta Davis, CEO, Metropolitan Pier and Exposition Authority. Martin Jahn, General Director, Volkswagen Group US. Sister Catherine Ryan, CEO, Maribel Academy. Daniel Ustian, Chairman. President and Chief Executive Officer, Navistar International Corporation. Thomas Briatico, President of Mativ Corporation. Lawrence Johnson, former Executive Vice President, Florists Transworld Delivery. Robert E. Goldberg, former Chairman, Chicago Board of Trade. Victor Ferrausi, former Senior VP Marketing, Warner Brothers. Kerry L. Holley, Chief Architect of IBM Global Services and IBM Distinguished Engineer. IBM Black Engineer of the Year Award recipient 2003, John W. Martin, Jr., former Vice President and General Counsel Ford Motor Company. William W. Murriton, President and CFO, Potbelly Sandwich Works. Diane M. Pierce, CFO, Crate and Barrel. Peter Pess, Executive Vice President, Fifth Third Bank. Richard Rosenfield, Co-founder and Co-chairman, California Pizza Kitchen. William M. Rudolphson, Senior Vice President and CFO, Al Green's Company. Ernest A. Wish, Chairman of Wish Enterprises. Former Managing Partner, Coopers & Lybrand. Kathleen M. Waltz, President and CEO, Orlando Sentinel Communications. Daniel Kranovich, CEO, United Healthcare of Indiana. Margaret G. McDermott, Executive Vice President and CEO, Saints Mary and Elizabeth Medical Center, Chicago. Carol L. Schneider, President and CEO, Advocate Christ Medical Center. Advocate Hope Children's Hospital, Oak Lawn. Donna Thompson, CEO, Access Community Health Network. Dan Evans, former Vice President and General Manager, Los Angeles Dodgers. George Foucault-Teach, Dean, Concordia University College of Business. Anthony J. Androkaitis, Director, Kelso Technologies Incorporated. Patricia J. Parson, Founder and former CEO, Amarand, Incorporated. Anne Pramaggiore, President and COO. CUMD, Albert Nader, Founder and President, Q-Star Entertainment, Michael Cahill, CEO, Options Clearing Corporation, politicians, government officials and civic leaders, Frank Annunzio, U.S. Representative from Illinois, Michael A. Bilandic, former mayor of Chicago, Dorothy Brown, clerk of Cook County Circuit Court, Frances Cheer Buckley, retired Rear Admiral. Naval nurse who was one of the highest-ranking women in the Navy Nursing Corps, Ann M. Burke, Illinois Supreme Court Justice, 1st District, Joseph Burke, Judge of the Illinois Appellate Court, Richard M. Daley, former mayor of Chicago, Richard J. Daley, former mayor of Chicago, Terrence Gaynor, Sergeant-at-Arms of the United States Senate, Arthur Goldberg, former Justice of the United States Supreme Court, Benjamin Hooks, former Executive Director of the NAACP, Theodore Matlock, former 32nd Ward Chicago Alderman, Dr. Malcolm O'Neill, retired 3-star Army General. Sworn into office March 10, 2010 as the Assistant Secretary of the Army for Acquisition, Logistics and Technology. Nominated by President Barack Obama and confirmed by the U.S. Senate, Laura Spur, Chairwoman of the Natور-Zeppi Huron Band of Potawatomi. 1. Samuel Skinner, former Chief Federal Prosecutor, U.S. Secretary of Transportation. Chief of Staff to President George H. W. Bush, Charles E. Tucker, Jr., U.S. Air Force Major General Cormac Molloy, Peace Corps member and housing specialist, athletes and sports figures, Mark Aguirre, forward, NBA 1982 Euro 1994, Bill Bodecker, halfback, NFL 1946 Euro 1950, Andre Brown, forward, NBA 2007 Euro present, Latasha Byers, women's basketball player in the WNBA, Wilson Chandler, forward, NBA 2007 Euro present, Dallas Comets, forward, NBA 1987 Euro 1989, Tyrone Corbin, forward, NBA 1985. Euro 2000, Dave Corzin, center, NBA 1978 Euro 1990, Terry Cummings, forward, NBA 1982 Euro 2000, Kevin Edwards, guard, NBA 1988 Euro 2000, Elaine Jdevanishvili, Georgian figure skater, Stephen Howard, forward, NBA 1992 Euro 1998, Stephen Hunter, center, NBA 2000 Euro 2010, George Meekan, one of the NBA's 50 greatest players, Angelo Poffo, American professional wrestler. Father of Macho Man Randy Savage, Quentin Richardson, guard, NBA 2000 Euro 2013, Bobby Simmons, guard, NBA 2001 Euro 2012 Rod Strickland, guard, NBA 1988 Euro 2005, authors, Terrell Alvin McRaney, playwright and winner of a 2013 MacArthur Foundation Genius Grant, William Granger, Chicago Tribune and Chicago Sun-Times columnist. Author of the November Man series of novels, Patrick Hicks, novelist, poet, James Conroy Martin, author of Push Not the River and its sequel, Against a Crimson Sky, Sean Stevenson, author of Get Off Your Butt, Thomas More, author of Care of the Soul, Richard Peck, author of A Year Down Yonder, Stephen A. Walt, author of Steven Spielberg and Duel, The Making of a Film Career, Christian Piccioni, author of the autobiography Romantic Violence, Memoirs of an American Skinhead and a contributor to Google Executive Chairman Eric Schmidt and Google Ideas Director Jard Cohen's 2013 book The New Digital Age. Musicians, Jeremy Barnes, drummer of indie rock bands Neutral Milk Hotel, Bright Eyes, Alexandra Bancroft, musician, Frank Catalano, jazz musician, several members of the rock band Chicago, founded in 1967, Ryan Cohen, jazz musician, Brian Culbertson, jazz musician, Greg Davis, musician, sound artist, Tristan Gaspodek, singer-songwriter, James William Guascio, producer for Chicago and former owner of country music television, Richard Harper, drummer, Ramsey Lewis, jazz musician, Lee Lofnan, trumpet player, Chicago, Abraham Lubin, Hazan, Ray Manzarek, keyboardist for 1960s rock band The Doors, Chris Myers, drummer of the Chicago-based progressive rock group Humphreys McGee. Tim Nordwind, bass and vocals for the band Go, Jim Erk, Grammy Award-winning producer, composer, musician, sound artist, Walter Parry's leader, woodwind player, Chicago, James Pankow, trombone player, Chicago, George Pearl, Pulitzer Prize-winning composer, Christian Piccioni, guitarist for Random 55, CEO of Gold Mill Group and former CEO of Sinister Muse Records and Chaos Records, James Quinn, Emmy Award-winning composer, Pete Wentz, bassist for Fall Out Boy, film, theater and media personalities, Tom Amans, Gillian Anderson, Kevin Anderson, David Matthew Barnes, John Barrowman, Tom Bosley, Jeffrey Nicholas Brown, W. L. Brown, Julianne Buescher, P. J. Byrne, Paula Cale, Monique Coleman, Paul Dinello, Judy Greer, Sean Gunn, Zach Helm, Linda Hunt, Stana Katic, Alexander Koch, Harvey Korman, Lauren Lapkus, Joe Mantifna, Jane McNeil, Paul Miller, Michael Miney, Tom O'Hagan, Zach Orth, Betsy Palmer, Elizabeth Perkins, Carl Malden, Christian Piccioni, John C. Reilly, Leonard Roberts, Michael Rooker, Todd Zuniga. See also, DePaul University College of Computing and Digital Media, Kellstadt Graduate School of Business, DePaul University College of Law. References. External links. Media related to DePaul University at Wikimedia Commons, DePaul University official website, DePaul Blue Demons official athletics website, a Euro.